Welcome to the final war in Season 22 versus AGT. This one is going to be pretty tight. They played super strong, as did we. So first up, throwing on some medium boost. As always, a couple of easy-ish, I suppose, fights here for Torch and Doom. So as I mentioned in, I think it was like my last video when I fought them all, he is absolutely no match whatsoever for the Human Torch. Even with protection, you're going to get your parries in at some point and re-parries. And of course, Torch can't miss because his heat charges are always super high against this guy, or any Mystic for that matter. So right here, I know, boom, yeah, he's going to go back into protection, shrug off the debuffs, which is fine. I went for the heavy, thinking I might be able to counter it. And then I didn't want to get countered, so I went ahead and just threw my SP1 into his block. No harm, no foul. He's got me up to, what, 12 of my smolders, 13. This is pretty much going to just destroy him. Easy breezy. Next up is against a rank 3 Mordo on this... what do you call it, heavy ebb and flow knockdown node where I need to knock him down. And he does also have the heavy hitter node, which means his heavy attacks are unstoppable. So I cannot just bait a heavy and then get my own in, essentially, or get an opening. So you'll see there's a couple different ways around this. One is to get an intercept. The other is eventually he is just going to block, right? But I end up getting the intercept, boom, stagger his power gain, and now it's pretty well lights out for this fella. Now see, he can block an unblockable attack right there, which is exactly what he did. That's alright. I'm just going to jog back, follow him into the corner, and throw a heavy right in his face. Because that's what Doom does to Mordo. And so your other way to get an opening on this is just to kind of let him get that power gain to a special one, and then just counter his special one. No sweat here. Speed up the SP3. Go into normal Doom rotation, medium, medium, light, 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 medium, medium. Steal all that power. Steal his power gain. We're just looking for a baiting a special here to get our next entrance. Keep him staggered. Life is good. So, Mordo, not much of a match for Doom. Not too many champs are, for the most part, but especially when it's so easy to knock him down with the passive stuns. I wonder if the I wonder if the White Mag's pre-fight making it a passive stun here would mean you could counter it. I don't know. I'll have to find him in, so he can't astral evade you or whatever off of a regular stun. I'll have to do a test in a quest or something. Alright, a couple more fights here. I've only got 3 more, one of them being this encroaching stun Sasquatch, and then Warlock, and then a Blade. And that'll be my contribution to this final war of Season 22. So going in here, of course, Human Torch with medium boost, I'd say, only being a 5-star. And this fight doesn't go quite as well as the last time I took him here. But it's going to be successful nonetheless, just because Torch doing what Torch does, and that is melting Mystics. So I went ahead and used the White Mag's pre-fight, which, will just bypass any of his limber. It's going to make, if I need to charge heavies, it's going to make it super easy to do. And there, I don't like to usually punish the special one, but I went for it just because he was so close to me. Now here, I didn't want those special 2 because he was at too much power, and so he just hits me. I do throw the special 2 in his face, get some of that adrenaline healing back, but yeah, he was pretty much melting himself there, so that's on him. He should have been paying more attention. Next up is Warlock. This fight's not too bad with Doom. I don't have suicides on, so White Mags, Yeah, he's only rank 1. So yeah, I probably wouldn't want to use him. But to play this like the ultimate safe way would have been to remove willpower, because I'm going to get a weakness every time he procs his armor. And I can't always keep it staggered. And even when I do stagger it, as soon as he procs it, it puts a weakness on me. So as soon as I get infected, I will start to degenerate. And honestly, I'm trying to think about this now. Like, should I have thrown a special at all? Or just let him keep his armor, basically, right? But that would have put the weakness on me anyway. And eventually I would end up getting infected. And then, of course, power draining. So I'd have to remove it eventually. But you can see here, it's not too bad. Throw this big special too. And I say big, I mean it does decent damage. Remove the weakness off of me. Of course, I'm armor break immune, I'm shock immune, so even when I'm infected, he can throw whatever specials he'd like. And I guess what they're hoping for is that, like, the weakness and degen maybe always keeps me under a bar, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know what the theory is behind the placement here. But Doom's just wrecking it. It is no sweat. I know I'm losing some health, but I'm plenty comfortable with how much health I have versus how much health he has left. And we'll just finish it up and then throw a couple potions into him for the last fight we've got to do. So yeah, this is this is gonna just about do it. Last fight for me in this particular war is, well, I did want to steal a mini boss fight, but I went ahead and left it up for Rez. My finger was itching, it was on the trigger, but I decided not to steal it from him. So I've got Blade here on kinetic transference and powerful from afar, right? A couple of my boosts fell off just because of the timing on the clear, so I went ahead and threw them back on. Once again, they're lighter boosts. It's no big deal. So I was a little bit nervous about this fight. I did want the White Mags pre-fight so that even when he gets high on power, if I need to parry, I'll have a full duration parry and I won't have to worry about his shrugging abilities, getting rid of my parry too soon. So that's pretty sweet. I went ahead, I used one of those special 3, I don't know, one of them you never use. And then I did use an invul just in case, because I haven't done this fight very much, if ever. I'm not sure. I mean, I took it last war with OG Vision, but it was an abomination, not Blade. So the whole idea here is I want to get 3 to 4, at least 3 parries off and stagger 3 of his power gains. And that should put me at an SP3. And sure enough, it does. And this fight's over. So I do make one mistake that Blade thankfully doesn't bother to even try to punish me for. And you're gonna see it here in just a moment. See, he is gonna shrug my shock like super quick, and I went for the heavy and all he did was block and he wasn't shocked or stunned, but you know, he's like, okay Doom, you got this. So yeah, a little bit of overkill there on the 3-minute boost and stuff, but good war to the guys over at AGT. We did end up winning this one to close out the season in Masters. Good war to you guys, and we'll see you, coming up next season.